Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Let's pretend we're together all alone.
Solomon Burke was an American singer. He was born in Philadelphia in 1940 and he died at Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam in 2010. At birth, he was ordained bishop in the United House of Prayer for All People, which is a small-ish denomination in America. He started preaching at the age of 7 and became a pastor at the age of 12. His musical career started with a singing group in high school. He was first signed to a label at 15, and in 1955 that launched his career in singing. He moved around labels a lot, refused to be labelled as R&B as it was considered to be the devil's music, and probably coined the phrase soul music. He made a lot of records, performed a lot of shows, got some success, but not as much as people thought he was due. As well as his musical exploits, he was an entrepreneur. He started selling things on the street in his youth. He created what he claims was the first 99-cent car wash. He trained as a mortician and through his life ran several funeral homes, but he also owned drugstores, a popcorn business, and he sold food to other performers at venues and often ran the food concessions at his own concerts. He married 4 times, although probably only divorced once, so he was probably a polygamist. He had 21 children in and out of his marriages, first when he was aged 14, and at the point where he died, he has 90 grandchildren and 19 great-grandchildren. Hi, my name's Dan. So this obviously was a studio album by Solomon Burke. It's my first time hearing it, but I do know a few of the songs. The title is taken from a title that was bestowed upon him at a point in his career as the king of rock and soul, and he definitely owned this title. He used to perform in a crown with a long cape and on a throne. The music here is mostly soul, I would say, kind of the slower variety of soul. Kind of thinking like things like Sitting on the Dock of the Bay and stuff like that, rather than the kind of more upbeat, dancey type soul that maybe a lot of Motown soul would be thought as being. There are at least one country-influenced song in here. Musically, it's okay. I mean, the focus is definitely on Solomon. The backing music isn't kind of there for anything more than really as a vehicle for him. There's some fairly nice backing singing going on, and bits of all sorts of things. That sometimes the strings, but more often it kind of sounds like just a fairly standard band. He's a good singer. I will definitely give him that. He's got a nice range. He's particularly good at hitting some low notes and getting a really nice tone on them, which were the points in his singing when I kind of went, ooh, yes. The songs are mostly kind of, what you might imagine from a 1965 soul album. Topics like love and relationships. It's fairly cheesy, but it's definitely of its time. There's one track, You Can't Love 'Em All, which is about... basically, the gist is there's a whole lot of these... there's a street where there's loads of pretty women. You can't love them all, but he's going to have a go and try. And that song, having read about his life, then took on a new kind of reality to it. He definitely seemed to enjoy relationships, let's put it that way. Overall, I'd say it's pleasant enough. I don't object to it particularly. I wouldn't complain if somebody put this on, but and it's very kind of acceptable music. But it's not something that excites me much, particularly. So it's kind of For me, kind of middling. Yeah, so it's going to get a kind of middling score. So that's what I think. I'd love to know what you think. So please talk to me through the comments box. That's it from me for now.
There's a street in my city where the girls are all so pretty, and they smile hello as they go breezing by, as they glide by me swaying, my poor heart is singing.